So hypothetically, good news. I've just been granted the permissions for all IP for every character in the world, and I can give you any combination of universes for you to combine. If you could have anything, what world would you want to play in?
I mean, my favorite book is Dune, so definitely Dune. So probably Dune and Lord of the Rings. Those are probably my two favorites. So yeah,
Just a
Lord
little
of the
Dune, Lord of the Rings mashup.
Yep.
Oh, the internet fans would come for you with no matter what you did. You'd be savage in chat rooms forever. But okay, I like it. I think there's that new Doom movie eventually coming out. Whenever movies come back again.
If we can ever go to theaters again, we'll finally be able to see it.
Well, you and your husband are both authors. I mean, obviously, I'm assuming you're not traveling as much to do events, but has your life been impacted very tremendously? Has your routine been impacted by quarantine that much?
No, I mean, it's funny. Quarantine is just everybody's on deadline. Because when I'm on deadline, I don't leave the house, So in a way, it's like being on deadline for 9 months. What quarantine is like. I had gone on a big tour in March, right before everything kind of was closed. So, and I was worried about going on the tour because there was, all this talk about the virus and stuff. So we went on tour and I had like my Clorox wipes and I had my hand sanitizer. We weren't wearing masks. We didn't know about that yet. But yeah, but there was a lot of hand sanitizer. I remember on that tour. I do miss, I guess, all the events that we used to have. You kind of set your clock by Book Expo, Comic-Con. It kind of, gives the year, you have these markers. And now that they're all kind of gone or online, it just feels like this strange, it still feels like we're in March, even though we're already in November. So it's been definitely a very strange year. But on the upside, as my agent says, you're getting a lot of work done because you don't go on vacation as much, you don't travel as much. So it's been pretty good for the deadlines, really.
Oh, yeah, that's the upside. I mean, how are you, Mark? Other than the obviously brilliant decision to come on this show, how are you marketing books while in quarantine? What's working best for you during this time?
Yeah, we've been doing bookstore events virtually. I just did one for Owen Colfer, who's a good friend of mine. We did one for the new Foul Twins book. And we did a bunch of, I'm part of Y'all West and Y'all Fest. So we've done our book festivals online this year. With Y'all West, we got about 90,000 people watching online, which is kind of amazing because when we do the festivals, kind of in real life, we get about 20,000 people. So I would say we expanded our audience that way. And it's just, it lives on YouTube. Anybody can watch any of the panels. And a lot of readers wrote in and said they were really happy that we moved online because they'd never been able to go to a book festival before because there's not one near where they live. So in that sense, it's been kind of nice to have that kind of reach. But it is hard. You do miss, the energy from that crowd. We would open the book festival in our biggest auditorium with 3,000 people, kind of screaming book fans, or, even just walking down the halls at Comic-Con, seeing everybody so excited. You do miss that energy, from the crowds. So, yeah, everything's on Zoom.
Which, of course, is almost not quite like talking to a wall, especially not if you're doing a one-on-one call like this. But I find when I teach classes, I don't know if my jokes are landing. I can't hear the students laughing. I hope they are.
Yeah.
Did I just embarrass myself, or did I make somebody laugh? I can't tell.
Yeah. No, my kid is in 8th grade, and she said one of her math teacher is really funny, but it's everything's on Zoom, everybody's camera or microphone is turned off, so it's she feels bad for him. She's like, oh, you know, she feels bad. She knows that class would have been so fun in real life.
And of course, half the students, I imagine, are hiding a book just off camera or a game
Or their
system.
phones.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Get away with murder, I have no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
What has been your favorite reader reaction to something you've written?
Oh, I mean, there's been a lot. The Descendants fans are amazing. They dress in costume and they send me their photos. When I did Blue Bloods, again, this was like almost in the prehistoric age. This is before, authors would have fan sites. They made their own fan site for the book, made their own role-playing game for the book, just really created this entire world around the book, which was really cool. One of my fans almost ran over my editor at a signing. She was in a wheelchair, in a motorized wheelchair, and I think just kind of hit it too hard and basically hit the podium. And my editor jumped out of the way before being run over. So because she was so excited, to be there. It was kind of great.
Well, if your editor has to suffer just a little bit, so you know that fan's enthusiasm is there. Well,
okay.
That's why editors make the big bucks, right?
Yeah. We all survived.